positivity, motivation, never settle for average. Go to freshlineseries.com, pick up the new shirt we just dropped. We the people are pissed. And I know a lot of you out there are pissed because of just what you see going on with your community, with your state, with your local businesses, and in general with the family unit and everything to do with what made America great. Now, some people say, well, America was never great, this and that, but look, those people, I don't see them leaving. I don't see them booking plane tickets, expatriating, going to another country, and then turn around and saying, I love this country, F America. No, they're not going nowhere. They're here talking shit, but they're not really doing anything to improve their situation. They're just what I call complainers. Now, I'm not trying to say that people don't have valid complaints. Yeah, this country has racism. Yeah, it does have bias. It has nepotism. But to be honest with you, I don't give a damn about associating with a racist. I'm not trying to make somebody who's racist love me, like me, want to be my friend. I don't care. If you are one of those ignorant ass, low frequency, dumbed down pieces of boo-boo, I don't need to be associated with you. I don't want you to try to pretend that you like me for the sake of quote unquote being socially right. You don't like me, you don't like me. Bye-bye. And it's a lot of other things where, they want us to feel like we're divided and there's no unity. Therefore, it makes it easier to implement a lot of different things. Divide and conquer. You've heard it multiple times, and it's a reality. And if you look at the 10-year plan, which, the people who run the government, these people who run, a lot of these different societies, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Society, the Council on Foreign Relations, the World Economic Forum, all these people, they plan out. And whenever people start asking a lot of questions, people start coming together for certain causes and start seeming like they're on the same page, they have to create more distractions. And if you look at the biggest, going back 10 years, 12 years was racial. Let's throw it in race again, and, people wanted to make that a big argument, put it out there, racist cops, black man, racist cops. And then, once that played out, let's throw in all the alphabet stuff, L, B, G, Q, T, whatever, Q, T, whatever. I can't say all of it, excuse me. But, let's throw that in there and let's make that a big thing and, push that into all the workplaces and all the corporations and divide everybody. Then we had the people who wanted to get, and who didn't want to get it. So that had everybody going against each other. People were, separating, as far as families, people were arguing. It caused this big divide. Literally, people stopped talking to each other and said, if you don't do it, I'm not your friend. You can't come to my house. And then now, fast forward, you see it's a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? All these people now like, I got duped, but they were put in a situation. But literally, I had people tell me, man, don't come near me because you ain't got it. You know what I mean? You don't got it. I don't want you near me because you're, not listening. And I'm like, that's what if you're not following the narrative of what the government tells you, I don't want you around me. People who are sheep, and, I'm not anti any of that. You get what you got to get. Hey, man, more power to you. But when somebody tries to say that you got to do something or else, hey, man, I'm walking away. I'm walking another direction. That's just me personally, and I'm not a sheep. I wasn't doing it in the penitentiary. I wasn't doing it, before I went to the pen. And I've been caught up in enough things to know that, hey, I got to make certain choices on my own. But anyways, let's keep going. We talk about that, and then we have, whether you're on the red team or the blue team, that became one of the biggest divides, and it's literally have, you know, relationships being torn apart. People who were friends aren't talking because they don't see the same as far as politically. In some of the cities and what they've created is just wild, man. I mean, you have crime that's so out of control, along with the opioid and the fentanyl crisis, and then you see that the government's sending, you know, billions of dollars to Ukraine. Most of the people don't even know what's going on in Ukraine. I've never been there, don't really care to visit. From what I heard previously, they had people over there who were claiming to be Nazis, you know, and I don't want nothing to do with anybody who's down with that movement. So, not my cup of tea, but when I think about all the government funding and people who actually pay taxes and where that money's going for something that's thousands of miles away, and we have people here suffering, veterans, we have business owners, we have education, we have communities, we have jobs. That money could have flipped our whole economy on top of the border. So it's like they want us chaotic. They want us hating each other, disliking each other, not talking to this person because they're black, not talking to this person because they're Mexican, not talking to this person because they're white. You know, it's a part of this whole agenda, and they put it in a hyper speed. You know, and like I said, it's not nothing they just came up with. This is probably 20 or 30 years. And reflecting back again on 2012, 2013, 14, when they started putting all the racial stuff, and then you had the BLM coming in and, you know, oh yeah, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you know, they pushed their little narrative, but their whole thing was destroying the nuclear family. They didn't want a male in the household because the male would mean that you have structure. You mean you have somebody who's a backbone, and they don't want that. So they had to get rid of that first and then throw the racial element in there. Then you had these wild groups like Antifa, these, you know, whoever funded these groups, you know, coming around, and you see what they did during the riots and burnt up all type of shit, tore shit up, took over a police station. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. You think like, wow, how, you know, when did you ever think that they would allow people to go hard like that and nothing? I mean, they didn't bring in, like during the Rodney King riots, the National Guard and shut that shit down? Come on, man. That showed you that this shit is all by design. You can't say it's not. It's all by design. So you had them fools running around, tearing up, burning up shit. And, you know, when you look at the big picture, you know, at the end of the day, and even, you know, what's going on with the border, and you have people over here. Now, you and I both know Rodney King, you know, he wasn't the first, and he wasn't the last to take an ass whooping. But then you have people coming across the border illegally, and they whooping on police. Some of them shooting at police, and ain't nothing happening. You got guys coming over here raping and pillaging, and literally it's like, okay, well, how do we change America? Well, we're going to flood it with people who have no allegiance to America. Now, do you think that's right? Are you cool with that? Eventually, when there's nothing for these people to do who are over here to cause chaos, what do you think they're going to do? I'm not saying everybody, but the bottom line is that the ones who came over here, even with a plan, they didn't do it the right way. You can't go to Japan. You can't go to any of these other countries and legally get benefits, medical, hotel, 3 meals a day. You can't get all that shit on the house. It don't happen like that, but they're doing it here. It's like literally to destroy any type of unity, and if we can flood, then we have an adversary that when people do want to come together, there's a new enemy on the street. So, you know, I just look at it, man, and it's like 10-year plan. It's like there really is a big push, and for whatever they think they got planned for 2030, man, I tell them to, you know, put it up their culo and, you know, keep it pushing, man, because I'm not one of the people who are saying, oh man, America shit, hey, America's not perfect, but it's my country, man. It's my country. We the people, man. And a lot of the people that talk shit, any country, you read about their history, a lot of these countries had shitty histories. All the people who, oh man, I'm gonna go back over here, go there and see that a lot of those countries also had shitty histories. Not every country had a perfect foundation, and it's just one of the things throughout history. And the people, like I say, I don't see them running, jumping on, planes and getting passports and leaving and say, well, I'm expatriating and I'm renouncing this. No, they're sitting here, they're complaining, but they're not trying to build and work with each other so that they can create something better here. I see people all the time, they talk a lot of shit, and I'm like, well, hey, let's start this, let's start that. And people, they want to talk and complain, but there's no action, there's no solution. I'm not going to make a bunch of complaints unless I got an answer, unless I have something I can do to make the situation better. I've always said, keep your mouth shut until you can come up with a plan to actually help your cause, rather than just be a mouthpiece that's just complaining, and that's one of the, and then you got a lot of people, they're all into the race baiting. They make money off of, or get a lot of clout off of creating all this dissension among each other. And I'm not with that bullshit either, man. I tell you right now, if you're trying to get it, I'm trying to get it. I don't care if you're purple, I don't care if you're green, I don't care what nationality. If you're on the same page, we're on the same frequency, we can get it done at the end of the day. But we gotta think bigger and look at the picture at a whole, and understand that they don't want us talking, they don't want us communicating, they don't want us networking among each other. They want us to be in fear, they want us to feel like we have no hope, and then you make irrational decisions. They'll put something out there and it'll trigger you emotionally. You'll be, oh man, all over the place. And that's the thing, like, step back, turn off social media sometimes, and just think about everything that's going on in your personal life, not what everybody else is doing, not what they're doing overseas, what they're doing over here. Think about what's going on in your personal life and things that you could focus on to make a difference. And don't let these people emotionally charge you up, for a failure. Don't let them gaslight you, man. Look at the big picture. And like I said, people want to, oh, Big Herc, you always talking about this and this. Look, I say certain things like, hey, don't, leave one city or one state and go to another one and vote for the same policies. And I don't care if it's blue or red, because I tell you, man, it's corruption on both sides. A lot of these people, man, they're getting paid by the same person. And they don't care because they're living in gated communities. They got chauffeurs, they got bodyguards. We out here grinding. We're in this matrix, man, trying to get the hell out. They got us on this hamster wheel, and they don't want us to be able to sit back and really see what's going on. So anytime we have a little breath, they mash the gas pedal again and try to keep us, confused and worried about, what's going to happen next. Oh my God, we're waiting for this. Oh, we're going to have the war. Oh, we're waiting for this. Man, look, they got video right now of Ukraine, of women doing, they're doing, what do you call it, soul cycling on the rooftops, people going to clubs, people doing this, and they said there's a war over there, and we over here running around in fear, and yet we can't get our shit together? Come on, man. These people, man, they pumping us up. They want us to be feeling like we have no hope. We have a hope. We just got to quit arguing among each other and look at the big picture, like I said, and work on our own solutions and hold people accountable. It's we the people. These people we don't work for them. They keep telling us, man, we could turn around and start asserting the people's word and get these people up out of here. Why are we even allowing these people to dictate all this bullshit and got us running around like we have no conscience? This shit is really a game, man. This is a big ass game, and they sit around and then, like I said, if it's not a distraction among us arguing over pronouns, nouns, race, then they go, okay, let's go ahead and entertain it with more sports. Throw the sports out there and have them cheering and running for that. Pump that up so that keeps them distracted again. It's all distractions, man. You got to tune these distractions out, and I'm not your enemy. this guy over here is not your enemy. We're all dealing with the same shit. Once you start talking, you see that everybody's dealing with the same shit. You know, inflation, economy, crime, drug use, you know, trying to keep your family together. Everybody's dealing with the same shit, and everybody just wants to be happy and be able to win so that they can build a better future. At the end of the day, build a better future. So leave a comment, you know, tune in, let me know what you think, share the channel, drop, you know, and like I said, let me know what your opinion is, man, of all this bullshit. You know, this whole distraction, this divide, this, you know, racial thing, you know, all this bullshit. And then you got these people who act like, you know, they're going to really make a difference. We're looking for these people to save us, man. We got to save ourselves, man. We got to save ourselves. Work with your neighbor, work with your community, work with your family. Save ourselves. .com to pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster signed by me for you. Oh shit! The po-pos are coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit! With Fresh Out Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're gonna offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. You know, a lot of churches, they got $100 billion, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other, we can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom pop restaurants and cafes, we want to build a film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate. This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom pops around the country eventually. But right now we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram at Fresh Out Series.